Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know for a lot of you, the ones that are subscribed especially, yes, your eyes do not deceive you. This is a new pick a card reading and it's like, what? I know. So I need to talk to you guys. Let's talk. We never talk. My personals, when I do my personal readings, I really feel like I kind of get to connect a little bit more because it is more of a one-on-one thing. Even though the other person isn't there, the energy is usually there. So I kind of have an idea of what I'm, what kind of person I'm dealing with. And everyone's so sweet and so amazing. And thank you to everyone who left the reviews, by the way. Very grateful. But this is kind of what it's like. It's kind of more of a one-on-one where I don't feel like I'm talking to thousands and thousands of people. Right now, it's just me talking to you, kind of, okay? So take it like that. And in a way, I am. But I know that there's going to be so many of you watching, but I'm going to try to pretend it's just like this personal reading one-on-one. So let's start. The charms, crazy, right? Because you guys know how many charms I have. I have like a bag full of charms. So these are the ones that came out. It's funny, we have Luigi, we have Superman, we have Tom and Jerry, so very playful energy wanted to come through. So hopefully that's a good sign of what's to come. I don't know. But that's one of the first things I wanted to talk about. But really what I wanted to talk about was yesterday's reading. So this is more for the people who have seen it, because this reading that I'm doing today is kind of like part 2. And I kind of want to explain everything, kind of give you guys a little bit of insight of how I felt about the reading, because I know it's just I read the cards and it's like that's it. I don't really connect with you guys as much, and I don't really go into too much. I do kind of give you guys my opinions and my thoughts along the way, but there's only maybe so many of you that I feel like I've actually maybe possibly connected with and talked to. So yesterday's reading, when I did the reading, I go into the readings usually, and I go into them very optimistic usually. I know that there's going to be sometimes that those certain things are going to come through. And like I've said it before, and I'll say it again, I hate giving you guys details that I know is not what you want to hear. I hate doing that. But being the reader, I got to go with what I'm seeing. I got to go with the energy I'm getting, what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing. All that information is what I give you. It's not that I'm trying to be mean to anybody. And the reading started out pretty good. I felt like it was really realistic with good and bad, because nobody's perfect and nobody should expect anybody to be perfect, right? Because none of us are. That's the reality of it. But then I get to one of the readings, and I don't want to give away which pile it was for those of you who haven't watched it, because I want you to go with your gut when you do watch it, if you do. But I get to one of the readings and it threw me for a loop. And honestly, a lot of the time, it's not the first time that it happens where I get thrown for a loop, where I'm just like, I did not expect that, I did not see that coming whatsoever. And for that one pile, and I feel like those of you who picked that pile, you're going to know which one I'm talking about. It was the one that was more of a karmic lesson, that I felt like that was the vibe I was getting from it. And it's hard for me to give you guys that news, because I know that when you come to watch these readings, you're looking for something to kind of, give you that little bit of excitement and something to look forward to, kind of thing, right? And it's not where I don't do these readings to give you guys bad news. I want to give you guys that, that sense of like, okay, I can move forward in a good direction or in a good mind frame, and not like, oh well, I don't want to deal with that, I don't want to deal with this person or whatever. I want, I feel like all of you deserve the best, and I want to give you guys the best readings that I can, and I want to give you the best information that I can. But there's a difference between what I feel like, I feel like you guys deserve the best because you guys are amazing, and I am so grateful for all of you. But ultimately, Spirit knows what's best, and that's where that's the difference. So it's where I am giving you guys the information that I'm getting from Spirit. And so it's not where you have to remember, even though these are cards, and this is where it's a little bit more, I don't know, even though it's cards, we're not playing Go Fish, we're not playing poker, we're not playing blackjack, we're not playing Uno or anything like that, you know, rummy, whatever games, you know, card games. We are dealing with these cards that are divination. We are talking to spirit, and that's the one thing that I hope you guys remember and at least take away from, because honestly, when I get done with the readings, once I do all of the piles at the end, I kind of already have a feeling like, okay, it's going to be, most of the people are going to be okay with it, most people are going to resonate with it, and then the rest of it, sometimes it's just like, oh crap, they're not going to like this reading, and it's because it's going to be too much, it's not going to be what they want to hear. And that's really the mentality that I have. When I get done, it's like, yes, it takes a lot of energy to go through every pile, but then at the end, you guys, it's like when I'm getting everything ready to edit, to upload, I'm already in that mindset of knowing whether or not it's going to be accepted. And I kind of already had a feeling with yesterday's reading of how it went, that it was going to be that way. So anyways, the whole thing was that at the end of it, with that one specific pile, I kind of wanted to see, okay, what was the outcome of the relationship? Because it's hard. These are general readings. It's not personal readings, you know? So how can I tell, you know, 1,000 people that watch the same pile that, yes, this is going to last, or no, it's not going to last? You know, it's either or. I couldn't really say. It really just depends on each individual. And that's why I wanted to do this reading today. I wanted to do this because I wanted to see what your relationship was going to be like, and then will it last? Because I felt like it wasn't fair to those of that selected that one specific pile, that even though I felt like it was very intense and it was just stuff that was going to have to be dealt with in one way or another. And is it, you know, for some, it might be where that is your life partner and it is going to last, you know, because you guys are going to make it work. But then for others, no, it's not going to work, you know. So I felt like this was like kind of the continuation. And I was waiting to do this. I wanted to do this at the end of the week. That's what I was planning. That was my goal. I'm doing it today, the day after, because I didn't want to leave it there, and I have the energy. I'm in the right mindset, and I'm hoping that this is a little bit more optimistic for some of them. But I felt like yesterday the energies were just kind of, a lot of different characters were coming through yesterday, a lot of different energies. So that's really what I wanted to say, you guys. So I'm not trying to take too long. I usually don't talk to you guys, but for those of you who stayed and listened to me, thank you. I just wanted to say that, especially for those of you who selected that pile and who probably just hate me because I gave you information you didn't want to hear. Like I said, Spirit knows what's best for you. I want what's best for you, but Spirit knows what's best for you. So there's the difference. And again, we're not playing Uno, we're not playing Rummy, we're not playing anything like that. We are talking to Spirit. So I hope that's something you remember, because for all of us tarot readers, we're not pulling this information out of our asses, excuse me, but we're not. And we get the information. You're dealing with people who have these psychic abilities, and we're all trying to help you in one way or another. So I just take everything with a grain of salt too, and that's all. So that's what I wanted to say. Okay, so enough talking. Let's get to your guys' readings. 4 piles for you to choose from. So today's pick a card, again, continuation of yesterday. So hopefully you remember who you picked yesterday, and this will let you know what the relationship will be like, and is it gonna last. So pile 1 is Luigi. Pile 2, we have the Paw Print. Pile 3, Superman. Pile 4, Tom and Jerry. Timestamps are in the description box and in the comment section. Meet you guys at your pile. Hi pile 1, welcome to your pick a card reading. You guys are the Luigi pile. So if you, hopefully some of you watched the intro, because I really don't try to talk to you guys a lot. So especially if you watched the last pick a card reading first and then you're watching this, then I hope it kind of give you guys a little bit of insight of how I was feeling about the reading. And it's not the first time, to be honest, but this is kind of the continuation of yesterday's reading of what's next in love, who's your next romantic partner. So this one is what's next in love, what is your next relationship going to be like, will it last? And I wanted to do that because, like I was saying in the intro, it just felt like it was hard for me to really tell in some of them if it was going to last or not. I felt like there was really only one pile that I got where it was a yes, but because it's a general reading, I can't just say yes or no, because the truth is it's a general reading, and for some of you it might be a yes and others might be a no. But if I tell you guys no, it's not going to last, but then it does, then it's like, you know, so it's all messy, and I don't want to confuse you guys or talk anymore, but that's what I wanted to start off with. And so what I have, your relationship cards, as far as how your relationship is going to be, I have that all drawn. I am going to be live shuffling, so another example of what my personal readings are like, since I do live shuffle during the entire reading, and we're going to find out, is it going to last? So with that being said, let's move Mr. Luigi over here by the lapis lazuli, and let's find out what your next relationship is going to be like. Pile 1. Perfect. 4 of Wands. I couldn't have asked for a better card to start off with. The 6 of Cups. The Emperor. Okay. Queen of Wands. I mean, okay. Obviously, you guys are my higher level soulmate pile. You guys are the twin flames. This is going to be a very stable, loving type of relationship, very passionate. I feel like there's going to be a lot of sexual energy here. I'm just going to say it. There's going to be a lot of sexual energy here, a lot of attraction, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of back and forth, fun kind of like bouncing off ideas and comments. So it's kind of like those sarcastic kind of remarks. Like I feel like you guys might tease each other. It's going to be very fun, but I feel like at the same time it's going to be very warm and nurturing and caring. And you guys, you have this. You have the 4 of Wands. That's your 1111, your twin flame card. You have the 6 of Cups. That is your soulmate card. For some of you, this might be someone from childhood, but maybe it is a soulmate, you know, and that's why you've known them for a while. But then you have the Emperor, so we do have a divine masculine present as well. So there's a lot of that higher level energy soulmate coming through. So I feel like this is just going to be something where it's just going to be very, very passionate. So passionate. Let's get the rest of your cards out, because I've just kind of at a loss for words. I couldn't have asked for better cards for you guys. So we have the Grail Knight. We have the L. Compassion. I guess I'm going to move everything over here. I got enough room today. Compassion, physical touch, and indecision. There's going to be a lot of patience. There's going to be romance, the physical touch. Again, very affectionate, very loving type of energy. It feels like your love language is where you're going to need those hugs, those cuddles, those kisses. It's just going to be like the attraction is going to be insane, right? And you have the owl. And what I was like, when I see the owl, I'm just thinking about somebody wise. I'm thinking old souls. And that would connect with your soulmate. That would connect with your twin flame, where you guys have known each other. So there's going to be that intensity when you guys are together. But at the same time, it's going to feel like home. It's going to feel like you're whole again. And everything's going to be fine. There's going to be a level of understanding between the two of you. So that's why it's kind of like you guys can communicate. There's going to be that level of communication. Open communication. So, you know, it's kind of like the Emperor, you know, like I said, no warm fuzzy feelings here with the Emperor in this photo. But I feel like there's going to be listening. Your person, both of you are going to be open to listening to each other, to understand where the other one is coming from. And for a lot of you, because this is going to be twin flame, it is where you guys are going to be, I'm hearing activists. You guys are going to be doing your mission work together. So you guys are going to be very passionate about each other and the work that you do. For some of you, it may be different things, but ultimately you guys are going to support each other. And it's going to be where it just kind of, both of you are going to be fulfilled, because you have the happiness from the other person, But your cup is going to be filled because you're doing what you were meant to do. And when you're living your passion and you're doing what you're meant to, it's different than when you go to work and you're like dreading it, you know? So it's going to be where you're going to have your cup overfloweth kind of feeling with your relationship. But it is going to be very romantic, very sweet. I'm seeing the candlelight. The candlelight dinner just came to me right away. That was like the number one thing. You guys are going to take those nice long walks in the park, possibly in the beach if you guys are going to be, you know, if you live close to one. And this, seeing a hot air balloon. So for some of you, it might be where your person wants to go on a hot air balloon. There's going to be a lot of traveling, just a lot of connection. But we do have, of course, you know, not every relationship, well, every relationship is not going to be perfect. So we do have the indecision card. So it might be where you guys kind of just, I feel like you're going to have so much options and responsibilities. And it's going to be like, okay, what do I invest in? What do we do? And it could also be that your relationship is going to be one of those where, well, should we go here? Or no, let's go here. Well, what about here? No, what about, you know, and it's going to be kind of like that indecisiveness where it might drive you crazy. So for the guys, your girl might just not be able to make up her mind right away, or, you know, can't decide what to wear, and she's going to take hours trying to get ready for you. So be patient with her when she does. The physical touch, yeah, I mean, just the romance. You got the romance, you know, down on the knee. I feel like, is this, okay, we haven't even got to the next question, but I'm not going to go there. But, you know, it's down on the knee, you know, it screams romance and just kind of living that Hollywood romance type of relationship. Let's see, what else with the owl? We have calm, observant, wise. And you're being guided to find the serenity and stillness. Hear your thoughts and acknowledge your feelings. The answer to any question is inside you. You are the magic key that unlocks the doors to unconditional love, balance, and abundance in your life. So those are going to be the key words. Unconditional love, you have balance and abundance. And that's what's going to be coming to you guys. And we were talking about balance before, and just that unconditional love. You guys have, usually with soulmates, you're going to know right away. You're going to have that feeling that something's different about this person. You just know, like, I don't know. For me, I know one of my soulmates, like, I actually felt a spark with. So there's going to be different ways that you're really going to be able to connect with this person. You're just going to have that feeling, again, that sense of home and comfort and loving. And so you are going to hold the key to this person's heart, and they're going to hold the key to your heart. So it is going to be a very loving, nurturing, patient, very calm. And I feel like indecision too, it's just really thinking things through. I feel like you guys are very more mature when it comes to your relationship, and it isn't going to be where there's going to be a lot of just arguments and things. I feel like you guys are very open to communicating. A lot of you have done your work. You are at a higher vibrational level, so you have a more mature way of dealing with things versus someone, you know, who's going to, you know, just throw things around, or, you know, slam the door kind of thing. Yeah, it's different. It's a different type of energy. It is a more grown, and with the Queen of Wands, it's all about growth too. So you guys, it's a very spiritual connection. It is going to feel very deep, very romantic, very loving. So beautiful. The compassion card. As you pray each day for greater compassion, a new self is born, drawing new people and experiences. Dear Lord, help me feel ever deepening self-acceptance. May I see myself as you see me. And that is really going to elevate it. Again, going back to your cup being full, because you guys are going to really love yourself and you're good on your own. So there's a level of independence here too. It's not where either one of you is going to be too clingy. It's like when you guys are together, that's your focus, that's it. You guys are going to have a good time, and it's just focusing on that one person. But it's like you guys are going to understand, okay, I got to do this or I got to do that. It's not going to be where you guys are going to feel like ball and chain kind of thing. This is a more mature, loving type of relationship. So, do I feel like it's going to last? I mean, I'm already getting a yes, but I'm going to see what the cards show, because I'm going to do it either way. I don't even want to be honest, because I feel like it's a yes, but let's see what comes out. I don't want to, because I'm feeling a yes. Let's see. Is this relationship gonna last? General reading, disclaimer. General reading, I'm saying that's. So the Eight of Swords. Yeah, these flipped over. So the Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, I feel like at times it might be that either one of you might be afraid of messing things up, or that you might ruin it. But ultimately you have the Ace of Pentacles, and this is just about the stable. There's a lot of stable cards here too. A lot of stability. And that's what helps makes it long lasting. You guys are building this foundation that's going to last. And not only, the thing is that you have two people going into this connection that are stable on their own. There's a difference when two stable people go to make a foundation. It stopped. Sorry. It's different when two stable people go to build a foundation together, because they are more mature. They know what it takes. They are stable on their own, so you have your own balance. You are balanced out, both of you. And it's different compared to someone who's inexperienced with love and kind of has this idea of what it's like and hasn't really had the opportunity to learn. So that foundation is going to be a little bit more faulty because they're not whole on their own. They're not balanced. So it's kind of like, you know, one of you is holding up one end and one of you isn't. So it's like the one person who's not balanced is going to throw it off, you know. And if you have two people who are off balance, it's like you guys aren't holding it even and it's just off balance. So I hope that kind of makes sense. And then with the Knight of Pentacles, that's something that's stable, long lasting. You guys are going to be very loyal to each other. This is a commitment that will stand the test of time. So pile one, you guys are certainly, you know, I don't know what you picked yesterday, if you watched it, but whatever you picked, ultimately your next relationship, from what I'm getting here, is that yes, it is going to last. It is going to be a spiritual connection. It is going to be someone who's going to make you feel like home. A lot of romance, a lot of that whole, you know, warm fuzzy feeling, butterflies in your stomach, just all that romance, sweep you off your feet, everything you could have possibly ever wanted or dreamed of, and even more is what you're getting with this person. There's just going to be this connection where you guys, you know, that you just look at them and they kind of know, and like finishing each other's sentences kind of thing. It's that type of energy. It's very beautiful. It's very sweet. It's very stable, very understanding, very compassionate, a very fulfilling type of love, because you guys, again, you guys have done the work. And if you're still doing the work, this is a confirmation you're doing the work, you're going in the right direction, okay? So just keep doing what you're doing until this relationship comes to you, and that's what I have for you, pile one. So hopefully that cleared up from yesterday, whether or not it was something that's going to last and how your relationship is going to be. That's what I have. So hopefully this will be a little bit better, and I am going to work on another pick a card reading soon. We'll see if I get it to you guys this weekend. We'll see, right? Maybe another surprise, I don't know. But thank you guys for tuning in. Glad to have you for another pick a card reading. Like, share, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thank you again to everybody who has subscribed and to the recent subscribers. Glad to have you guys here, and hope to see you on the next one. Bye, pile one. Hi, pile two. You guys are the Paw Print. Welcome to your pick a card reading. If you are new to my channel, hello and welcome. If you already subscribed, thank you guys so much for your support, especially all the new subscribers as well, and those of you who have been with me since the beginning of the channel. Thank you guys. So I don't know how many of you stayed during the beginning. Hopefully I didn't get too boring, but I feel like I never really connect with you guys, so I kind of just wanted to give a little bit of insight as to how I was feeling about yesterday's reading and the reason why I'm doing this reading today. One, because I have I'm ready and I have the time to do it. And the reading yesterday kind of bothered me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, it did. Sometimes some of the readings I do, I'm just like, what was that? You know, it kind of just catches me off guard. So that is why this is the second part of the What's Next in Love series. This is, well, not a series. I don't know. Maybe it's a series. Who knows? I don't know. But what's your next relationship going to be like? Is it going to last? That's what we're looking at. So I need to get Mr. Luigi out of the way here. Sorry, guys. Everything is selected as far as the cards for what your relationship is going to be like. I am going to be shuffling for the Will It Last part. So kind of like another part that's kind of like the personals, because in the personals I do shuffle the entire, you know, whatever I'm doing, I'm shuffling. In live shuffling, it's nothing pre-selected, so, or pre-shuffled. So let's find out pile 2. And if you saw the reading yesterday, this is for the ones who saw the reading yesterday. This is kind of like the addition. So whatever you selected of the qualities, this is the next part. Like, is this relationship gonna last? Is it gonna be, what is it gonna be like? You know, what to kind of expect a little bit. All right, let's get to it. So we have the Lovers. All right, so I'm glad to get something positive. The King of Swords, Temperance, and the Fool. 3 major arcanas. Wow. I gotta take a look at pile 1. No, they didn't. They only got 1. Pile 1 got 1 major arcana. You guys got 3. You guys got the rest of theirs. So I feel like this is gonna be a very transformative type of relationship. I can't, you know, I have to. You have the Lovers. And the Lovers, of course, that is your higher level soulmate. This is your twin flame connection. And this is someone that you have a very spiritual type of connection with. This is going to be someone that, even if you don't identify with the labels, which I totally understand, I totally respect you guys on that. That is fine. You know, that's fine. But this is somebody that you have known previously in a previous life. This is going to be someone that you just have that spiritual, deep type of connection with. I feel like you guys are just going to look into each other's eyes, and it's just going to be that instant click that you're going to know. And so this is also going to be a very, I feel like you guys are going to be able to express yourselves freely. You guys are going to be comfortable with the other person. There's going to be a level of trust here. You guys are going to just really connect. I feel like the thought process is going to be something like you guys are both going to be kind of intellectuals, a lot of thinking going on. You guys have ways of seeing things differently, and so you guys are going to have a big, like a really deep understanding of things, because you have one person who sees it one way, and then you have another person who sees it another way, and when you combine it, it's just like this big beautiful picture that makes sense. And then of course I see the yin and yang, so another confirmation of soulmate and completion as far as the energy. And then temperance, it's going to be a healing. This person, this experience, I feel like the communication is going to be the basis of the healing process for both of you. And that's where that level of trust is going to come from. You guys are going to find a way to make it work out. You're going to find a way to make this last. It's like you guys at times may kind of try to push the buttons with each other to see how far can I go? Where does the boundaries stop and end? You know, where start and end, sorry. And in turn, you guys are going to know. You guys are going to end up finding out more about each other. You're going to be discovering a lot, and it's going to be very healing, because I feel like this person that you're connecting with is going to understand you on a deep level that no one has ever understood you before. There's just this connection where I'm feeling, okay, the last pile honestly was also the same thing. Like I got the same, I didn't get Lovers, but it was like the twin flame soulmate type of energy. For some reason, I'm feeling like you guys have known each other more, like longer, that you guys have experienced more previous lives together than pile one. So I do feel like there was that old soul, but for some reason I feel like this one, you guys have known each other so many lives. It feels like every time one of you reincarnated, it's like, okay, if you go, I go, kind of thing, you know, you jump, I jump. The Fool is taking that leap of faith. Like, you guys trust each other. It's almost like you guys find each other to rely on the other. Like, once you find each other, it's kind of just like that recognition. Like, oh, it's you again. There you are. I've been waiting, you know? It's that remembrance. This is, you guys, this connection is, you have the Lovers and you have the Angel here with Temperance. So this is something that is, maybe you guys are more of the twin flame and not too much of the soulmate. But of course, if you don't identify with the labels, just ignore it. You know, just go with what works, you know, what you identify with. But I do get that. I'm just getting that sense, that deep, just, you guys have known each other a very long time. This is a very deep type of connection, and it is going to be where you guys are going to feel like friends. And regardless of where you guys are in the twin flame journey, I'm not going to go into that. It's not, you know, but I know with the twin flame journey, of course, there's so many ups and downs. There's just so much healing that goes into it, right? So you guys have done your own separate healing. So when you guys come together, it's like whatever was left, whatever you guys didn't heal on your own, I kind of feel like the remaining part of that healing has to be done together. That's the last process. So it's like you have to take care of what you need to, you know, whatever you did in your past lives, whatever you need to heal, whatever you need to heal from this life. And it's almost like until you are healed from what you've done, then it's like, okay, then you go into this connection with this person and you heal whatever pain, trauma, whatever word you guys want to plug in here to describe, you know, the pain you felt in this twin flame journey this lifetime. Whatever pain you felt, it's like now you guys are going to be able to heal that last part. So then there's that sun coming out and Temperance, and it's like a brand new beautiful day, and it's going to be that warm, beautiful, loving type of energy. You guys are just going to be so comfortable. You guys are really going to be that best friends. You guys are going to be that power couple. You guys are going to be loyal to each other. It is going to be a little bit playful, a little bit more innocent, a little bit more young at heart type of energy. And you guys are just going to be able to communicate. And like I said, that's where it's really going to be the key to your connection, because that's where that whole trust and really getting to know each other, you guys are going to start healing, because then you guys are going to communicate how you feel, and there's going to be this level of patience. I said it for the last pile, and I'm going to say it for this one. With the twin flames, you guys have healed so much on your own. There's a level of maturity here. It's not going to be like someone who hasn't healed, and there's going to be all these different issues coming up, you know. It's because you've healed the inner child, you've healed those wounds that you've brought into this life, or that you've experienced in this life as well. That's really going to catapult you guys into a different type of level of relationship, where it's going to be like nothing you've ever known before. It's going to be so different because you've never known a connection like this before, and then that level of maturity is only going to make it better because both of you are whole on your own. So it's not where, you know, you have two full cups and you can oversee. You can see it's just overflowing, and there's just this exchange of love between the two of you, and understanding and patience. So I haven't even got to your oracle card, so let's add to that. So we have feelings and emotions. The Condor. Love makes a difference. Still in the frame. So we have deceit and doubt. So like I was saying yesterday, not every, you know, every relationship is going to have its issues. So I feel like with the doubt, it's going to be more of in the beginning. It's going to be, especially for those of you who, and I don't want to just limit it to twin flames, so I'm sorry because I know it probably sounds that way. But I know with a lot of you in the twin flame journey, there's going to be these doubts that are going to be coming. I feel like for most of you, really the overall feeling is like, this is too good to be true. Like, it's like, pinch me, it's not real, I must be dreaming. Because you guys have this special connection. And deceit. So, gosh. I feel like that's more in the beginning. Like, you're just not going to believe it. There is going to be a sense of doubt. And that's why that communication is really going to be vital to this connection. It's going to be very important. Because there's that level of like, that doubt and deceit. Because I put them together. And it's, to me, it always means something when they're close by. Or a position card. Sometimes it really does. And I feel like that's what I'm getting with the deceit. I feel like it's been in the past. And so it's like that fear. Is it going to be where some of you in the beginning may not really fully reveal how you're feeling, might not fully express yourself, may not fully be open to just kind of taking that leap of faith. But eventually, once you guys start building your confidence back up in each other and building that trust and really understanding each other, then that deceit. But I feel like these two are going to be the hurdles in the beginning, because there is going to be that healing part of it that needs to be taken care of. Now, for those of you that aren't in the twin flame journey, I kind of feel like you might have to pick another pile, but that's not the case. Not the case, because this is still, I mean, this is looking like a good relationship, just like what I was saying, what I was getting from the tarot alone. But for those the rest of you, I feel like there's going to be doubts at time. You feel like your person might be a little bit deceptive. I don't want to give away the pile number. But for those of you that, for those of you that pick that specific pile number, and you guys know which one I'm talking about, if you watched it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then this isn't for you. Then I feel like the deceit card is kind of adding on to yesterday's. I feel like this is in addition to. So I feel like this is more for you guys too. So there is going to be kind of those doubts and that trust issue. I feel overall there's going to be trust issues no matter what. I mean, especially with the doubt, like doubting the other person, doubting if this is real, and it's just going to be crazy. It's just going to be so different. So that's what I'm saying with that. Now, the love makes the difference. Love helps heal past hurts and provides a sense of security and self-worth. So yeah, whatever was broken in the past, this is going to bring a level of healing to you guys. And then we have feelings and emotions. This is a type of relationship I was getting, like transformative, very healing. You guys are, you're going to be okay to be, there's going to be a level of vulnerability that neither of you have ever experienced, because again, you guys are feeling comfortable with the other. You guys are going to end up trusting each other. It's going to be rocky at first, and that's once you get past those hurdles, once you figure out how to communicate and just be yourselves, like that's the most important thing. Once you guys open up and let the other person in and really just connect and kind of go for it. Once you let go of those doubts, once you are fully honest with your feelings, you guys are opening up your heart chakra to receiving this deep connection, this deep love. So ultimately what I'm getting is that it's going to be up to you guys to get through this. It's, you know, but again, King of Swords is the key in your connection. Now, the Condor, transition, vision, determination. You're being guided to soar above any difficulties and self-imposed limitations. Life is a matter of perspective. Find the silver lining, see beyond the ordinary, and visualize yourself doing extraordinary things. You are an extension of source power. Source power. So again, you guys are, a lot of you, this is going to be a connection that is protected by the divine and guided by the divine. But the determination, it's going to be where both of you are going to want to make this work. You guys are going to both put in the effort. I am really happy to see that, because I know a lot of you have put in a lot of work into the connections and into yourselves, and so you guys are going to reap those benefits for being patient, which I'm congrats to you guys. You guys deserve it. And having that vision, like both of you have an idea of where you want this relationship to go, and there's that, I feel like you guys are going to be on the same page a lot. But again, with Condor, it's like one person might see it one way, but then the other person sees it another way, and you have this beautiful vision, beautiful picture again of just the whole thing, all those little details that just make something different. And it's kind of like, I don't know, just like with drawings, you know, you picture a simple drawing and it's like, okay, it's beautiful, but then you add in those little details, little highlights or shadows or, you know, whatever else. I'm not really familiar with all of that, but it adds on those details. So it's like what one person lacks, the other person is going to have. You guys complement each other so well. It's ridiculous. You guys are probably going to make people sick because you guys are just going to exude love, period. And the transition, so yeah, this is going to be very, I'm just getting the transformative, healing, growing, very loving, very vulnerable type of energy, but very beautiful. So is it going to last? I don't even want to draw cards, you guys. I really don't, because I kind of feel like for most of you it is. So go with your gut, but I am going to still draw the cards just because I said I was going to, and I already started shuffling. My gut is telling me for a lot of you, yes, this is going to last. Let's see what the cards say. You know. The Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Get a couple more. The Ace of Staffs. The Nine of Staffs. Okay. So I'm taking this as a yes. I feel like it's going to be work. It's going to take effort, but both of you are going to be determined to put in the effort. It's going to last because both of you are putting in that time. You're putting in the work. You're both trying to make this work. You have the Ace of Staffs. There's a lot of passion here. It's just a new, I love how the aces have come out for your pile and the last pile. But I'm not going to go further into that. But you guys have the Ace of Staffs. So I feel like there's just going to be a lot of attraction here, a lot of desire, a lot of chemistry, that magnetism. You guys are just going to be drawn to each other. But at the same time, you guys are going to respect your boundaries. And then with the Nine of Staffs, I'm not getting like that wounded energy. I feel like it's from the past. I feel like that is a thing of the past. You guys are going to be moving from the 9 to the 10 and starting over. But in the beginning, I do feel like that's like this, the deceit, being open and honest, being vulnerable with each other, letting down your guard is going to be a key thing here. So I'm taking this as a yes, you guys. But you guys kind of have a feeling of what I was getting here, and overall, yeah, I think this is going to last. So I'm taking this as a yes. So if you watched the reading yesterday, whatever qualities person you got, and then this is what the relationship is going to be like, and overall, yes. So regardless of which pile you selected, this is what I'm getting. So hopefully this, I don't know if it's going to resonate yet, because it's more of the future type thing until your relationship starts, or if you are in a new relationship and this is, you know, you're taking a look, that's fine too. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. I hope it added a little bit more insight, a little bit more kind of clarity and a better idea of how things are going to be with that person. If you saw the reading yesterday, if you didn't watch the reading yesterday, then you might want to see my last pick a card reading to see who your next romantic partner is. You don't have to though, but that's what I have for you, pile 2. So thank you guys. I hope to have another pick a card soon. This one came a little bit sooner than I expected, just again because of what happened, and that's what I have for you. So thank you, pile 2. Hope to see you on the next one. Bye. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to your pick a card reading. Just getting the paw print out of the way. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. If you are subscribed, welcome back, you guys. And if you're recent subscribers, thank you guys as well. Glad to have you all here. So I don't know, some of you probably watched my intro, some of you probably didn't. I didn't mean to bore you guys if I did. I just feel like I never talked to you guys anyways, and I really wanted to kind of express how I was feeling about the reading that I did yesterday, because I was just, it bothered me to be honest. I just wanted to kind of say that. So this pick a card reading is kind of like an addition to that. So that was what's next in love, who's your next romantic partner, and then this one is what's next in love, what's your next relationship going to be like, is it going to last? And so I have everything selected, and the only thing, I am shuffling cards at the end to see if it's going to last. Okay, well, let's move your Superman out of the way over there, pile 3, and let's get your tarot. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Hierophant, the Four of Pentacles, and the Empress. Okay, so to start off, you guys are going to feel, both of you, it's going to be where you just feel so lucky with this person. You feel like this person is a blessing. You feel like you're so lucky to find them. Kind of serendipity type of feeling is what I'm getting. Both of you are going to be very committed to each other. It is going to be, you might have a little bit more of the traditional, for some of you, there's going to be more of the traditional, like the female and male, like the male pays on the first date, just kind of the old-fashioned is what I'm getting. That old-fashioned energy, and it's not going to be for all of you, you know, it's going to be for some of you. Others, I feel like this is just going to be a very loyal and committed type of relationship where both of you watch out for each other. You have each other's back. You guys watch out for each other. You are there no matter what. This is somebody who is going to be comforting you. So like when you tell them you've had a bad day, they're there for you. Like they're there to cheer you up. They'll listen to you, but I feel like they might go, you know, if you're sick, they're the type to bring you soup, you know, because that's what you like. Or, you know, if for the girls, you know, they might bring you chocolate when it's that time. So it's that kind of energy that I'm getting. I feel like this is very loving, very fun. I feel like you guys are going to be very flirtatious is the energy I'm picking up on right now. Also very lighthearted. So even though it's kind of old-fashioned, it's very romantic, very innocent. You guys are going to be very affectionate. I'm seeing, yeah, lots of hugs, lots of kisses, and you guys are the type of couple that are out and holding hands and just not really caring what people say about you. You guys are just, I'm just so happy. I'm getting very happy energy. I'm getting, you know, you guys are the type to just, even if you're walking side by side, you'll kind of glance and smile at them, or they'll look over at you and smile at you. So it's very sweet, very beautiful, very, very beautiful. And the Empress, so very nurturing, very grounded. Also for some of you, it can be very spiritual. It might be a spiritual connection for some of you. So for those of you curious, it might be. What else? Grounded. You're going to be very protective of each other. You guys are, like I said, you guys are going to have each other's back, and it might be where this person kind of checks up on you just to make sure, hey, are you okay? And that kind of energy of, hey, text me when you get home, and just maybe texting you throughout the day kind of thing, seeing how your day's going. And if something's wrong, this person is the type to, I'm just getting, they will drop everything they're doing to be by your side, or to call you to see what's going on. Like if you need something, they're there. And you know, if you're worried, if you're scared, and they're the type to just give you their all. This person is really going to be putting in the effort, and I feel like both of you, it's going to be an equal give and take, and it's going to feel like you hit the lotto, like you got lucky with this person. It's a very blessed type of relationship. And for some of you, yeah, it is going to be kind of like that fated type of relationship, that written in the stars. And so it, for a lot of you, it also, what I was getting, it's like it's felt like a long time coming, waiting for this type of relationship, and you've just been waiting for that wheel to turn in your favor. And it's like with this one, it's like it's finally, you know, like I'm just saying the Wheel of Fortune, like the actual Wheel of Fortune, and all the times before it's like, oh, lose a turn, or you'd land on bankrupt, and now it's like you get the 10,000, you know, with this person is kind of the energy I'm getting here. So let's take a look at your oracle cards. And so we have the raven. Oh, we got the panda. Let's get over here. Receive with love and appreciation. Sanctuary, as I mess up all these other cards. And goddess of the moon. I feel like that there's going to be that very lot of attraction here for you guys. A lot of attraction. There's that passionate energy coming through, and you guys just understand each other. You guys kind of have your own language. There's just something about the way that you guys are going to be communicating that may not totally make sense to some people, but you guys get it. And it's, I feel like you guys are going to have so many inside jokes. You guys have a very playful, loving type of relationship here. With the raven, magic, coincidence, synchronistic events. So yeah, I feel like, you know, just that faded type of energy, and where it's kind of like you will be thinking about them, and then all of a sudden you'll get a text from them, you know, or like they'll be thinking of you and you text them, and it's just that sort of thing. Or it's a lot of that, oh, you read my mind. So you guys have this really almost like telepathic kind of energy too, and so it makes it for a very special type of romantic energy is what I'm getting. And then we have the panda, so balance, harmony, detachment. You guys are going to be very balanced, and with kind of what I was saying before with the traditional kind of feminine and masculine type roles, and I don't want to like offend anybody or make it a certain way, because it doesn't matter, it's just the energy, right? You guys are, you know, the panda. Panda is black and white. Yin and yang is the energy, is what I'm getting too. So you guys balance each other out. And what I was saying as well, what one doesn't have, it's like you guys just connect. You guys just know, you guys have this really very special connection, and there's that harmony because you guys are so comfortable with each other. There's a lot of trust here. You guys don't really even have to verbally communicate, you just know. It's almost just like with a touch, they know. No, it's weird, and I don't know if a lot of you might be like empaths, is possibly what I'm getting here too. But if not, you know, only take it if it resonates, you guys. But it is going to be something of a peaceful, loving relationship. What else? You're being guided to remove self-sabotaging thoughts and feelings and no longer label yourself for others. Take a step back and find the harmonic balance within your life and its relationships. Align with your core values and embrace the magic of today. So maybe that's possibly, I feel like with that and sanctuary, it might be where you guys kind of spend time alone. You guys have time where you're not together, time where you guys are separate. So in the end, it kind of works out in your favor because absence makes the heart grow fonder, right? And so when you guys are together, it's just like this, you know, all lovey-dovey kind of affection and everything, and it's all just, you know, hot and steamy too. So it's all those things rolled into. You guys have a very passionate, loving type of energy relationship coming forward. And that's what I was getting with the detachment and the sanctuary. You guys know, you know, and it might be sometimes, it might be a little bit much at times because you guys just, like I said, you guys just know there's something here that is so special and so different, and or you guys kind of have to like go in separate corners, you know, or you guys gotta like, I need to take a break. You may not hear from them a few days, and because they just need a little bit of that breathing space. So it's healthy though, because you don't want to be too codependent. You don't want to be codependent on another person, right? So I feel like that's actually, it can feel bad at times because you long for the other one, but really ultimately that's for you guys' benefit to make it last. And then we have what receive with love and appreciation. Gracious acceptance is a way to show love. So I feel like you guys are kind of spoiling each other. You guys give a lot of gifts, so your person is going to spoil you, you're going to spoil them, and I feel like spoiling with love and attention and time, and that's kind of where it's going to be, it's good, and then it can be a little bit much at times. So you're just going to have to know, again, draw those boundaries and know when to like not overdo it and not go too crazy, because then your person might feel a little overwhelmed. You might feel overwhelmed, and you might have to be the one to kind of be like, okay, I have to take a breather here. I got stuff I gotta worry about. Just not too over, sorry, I heard something. Like not too consuming is really what it is. So anything else with a sanctuary? Sanctuary resides inside you no matter what is happening. This inner temple beckons you to enter. Take a deep breath. Enter and sit down on the throne of your own heart. So yeah, I feel like you need that sanctuary because you need to refill your own cup, because you're so give, and you're like, all about this person. But at the same time, you need that time to detach. You need that time to charge, to be yourself still and not lose yourself in this connection. So I feel like for some of you, you may just want to remember to stay grounded, because there might be a little level of obsession here. But it's very sweet, loving energy. Now, is this connection going to last? So we have the moon coming out first, and it's kind of funny. We have the moon here. I'll say what I was thinking in a second. We have the King of Swords. And the Ace of Swords. What I was getting with the moon, I feel like at times there might be secrets that you guys are holding back from one another. So that might be something that causes an issue. And then we have the King of Swords. So at times it might be that it gets a little bit smothering, because I was hearing smothering. And because it's so much love and then so much attention, and it gets kind of like, just, I feel like a cloud of, enveloping you, or like fog, like it brings in the fog for some. Can't see clearly anymore. So with the King of Swords, it's kind of what I'm getting. Sometimes it is where the other person or even you might kind of just need to detach from this connection, need that space, need that time apart. The Ace of Swords, you guys are going to have a lot of clarity. I kind of feel like you will have the actual answer once you are in this connection. Because I feel like for a lot of you, this is something that can last. But at the same time, I feel like for some of you, it might be that kind of, that flame kind of thing, like it burns fast, but it burns fast, at the same time, and it dies fast. So ultimately, I feel like the answer is with the Ace of Swords, so you'll get the clarity once you are in the connection. But overall, I do feel like if you selected this pile, it is going to be a very sweet, loving, very beautiful type of relationship. But that clarity, that Ace of Swords, I just feel like it's going to come to you. And depending on what the secrets are, I feel like that may or may not affect whether or not it's going to be something that lasts. So ultimately, that's what I'm getting for you guys, pile 3. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I hope it added on to yesterday's if you watched it. If not, you can take a look and see what you get. Don't have to, it's there, but this, again, the second part of it. And that is what I have, pile 3. So I hope to get another pick a card to you guys soon. Thank you guys so much for your time and for watching. If you did like it, go ahead and like. And if you want to go ahead and subscribe, just remember to click on the bell icon so you get notified when I post another pick a card. But that's what I have for you guys. Thank you again, and hope to see you on the next one. Bye, pile 3. Hi, pile 4. Welcome to your pick a card reading. You guys are the Tom and Jerry pile. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. For those of you who are subscribed and been subscribed, and the recent subscribers, thank you guys so much for your support. Glad to have all of you here. So again, this reading is kind of a continuation of the reading that I did yesterday. So you might want to kind of go back and watch that one first, and then watch this one to kind of get an idea. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. But for those of you who watched it already, this is kind of just a continuation of that, since it's still looking into what's next in love, right? And so I have your cards already ready to go, and I am going to be shuffling to see, is it going to last, and try to get a little bit more information for you guys. So let's get started. Let's get to it. Nothing else to say other than let's find out what your relationship is going to be like, right? And so we have the Justice card. There is the Ten of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. Okay. I feel like this relationship is kind of lacking a little bit of balance. I feel like it's going to be where one of you might feel like you're putting in more effort, and then the other one might be putting more effort. It kind of might go a little bit back and forth. With the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Wands, that is pretty intense energy, and that is more of a heavier energy where you might get tired, you might feel drained out, you might feel worn out is what I'm getting. And for some of you, I was just getting like this unappreciated feeling. So it is where, it might be where you feel like you're sacrificing a little bit more sometimes, or you're putting in more effort than the other person. I do feel like there's feelings and emotions here with the King of Cups, but at the same time, the King of Cups isn't all about just flat out displaying it, but I do feel like it is going to be loving energy at times, and I am just getting one of those very romantic, passionate type connections. For some of you, I'm just hearing fling right away, honestly, is what I'm hearing. Some of you might be seeing 222. I don't know. It just came to my mind. And twos is all about balance. So there is going to be a lack of balance. And it might be for some of you, this is a little bit of that empath narcissist, or it's just where you're not giving, you're not getting back all that you're putting into it. Or it could be vice versa. But more than likely, I feel like in this connection, there's not as much balance as there should be. So it kind of throws things off when it's not fair and you're not feeling like you're getting the same type of love and attention that you're putting into it that you're giving. So yeah. So at times I do feel like there might be a feeling of walking on eggshells, kind of not wanting to upset the other person, not wanting to push their buttons, trying to play it safe, trying to not make things worse in a way. So I do feel this is going to be a little bit more of not as fulfilling. Let me put it that way. It's not going to be as fulfilling as you would hope for it to be. And so let's take a look at your oracle cards. So we do have joy, so that is good to see. We have the frog. The frog showed up yesterday, so I don't know if you guys picked that pile. I don't remember which one it came up in, but I know it was present. We have the first chakra with Archangel Michael. We have forgiveness and the heart of the matter. With this person, for some of you, it is where you're going to, it's kind of like cycles. With the Ten of Swords, it's like the end of one cycle and beginning over. I feel like there's lessons to be learned here between the two of you, and there's that forgiveness. So there's going to be a lot of forgiveness, and you guys keep moving on through these cycles, and it's draining. It's draining going through the cycles. And anybody who's going through, I think everybody has gone through cycles. Everybody's gone through healing in one way or another. Maybe not as much as some other people, but you guys have pretty much, if you watch tarot, I'm sure you've heard all of us tarot readers at one point or another mention how healing is needed, and it's to elevate your vibration, to make you more whole again, right? And so this is more of a learning experience, and it is where there's going to be good, there's going to be bad. There you have the joy card, and that to me, I feel like, again, going back to the forgiveness, and I'm pretty sure I said this yesterday, it is where that opening that heart chakra up to love, and it's learning to open up and making this balance. There's the Archangel Michael, that's the root chakra. I feel like it's not really grounded, and that's why that unbalance energy is coming through. There's this need of where it needs to be grounded, and when it's not balanced, it's just like, yeah, kind of all over the place. And we have the frog, and the frog is impulse, adaptivity, voice. You're being guided to jump over any obstacles and embrace the change in your life. Truth has an expiration date, and the time is now to speak your new truths. Show the world your voice, acknowledge your desires, and leap with faith towards what matters to you. And so I feel like with this, it's really about uncovering who you are. I feel like this person is teaching you how to open your heart. It's teaching you how to speak up, how to express yourself. So there's going to be good times, you guys, even in karmic relationships, because I know they get a bad rep. And I feel like in one way or another, we're all karmic partners. You know, we're all that person before they, you know, our partner moves on to somebody else that they're meant to be with, right? And so kind of what I'm getting with it is, even though it's karmic, and we always say these bad things about karmic, and I know I can speak from personal experience, even though, yes, the lessons are tough, even though the lessons hurt and are painful, there's still good moments. There's still joyful moments. There's still moments where you're happy and where you're getting something, and enough for you to want to stay in the relationship with this person. Ultimately, it's, you know, I don't know how long these relationships are going to last. These are general readings, and I don't even go into that far of detail. Like, I just kind of go with what I'm given information from spirit, right? So yes, it's going to have its moments with the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Wands, but you are also going to have joyful moments. I feel like there's going to be learning forgiveness, opening up your heart, being more open to love, learning how to express love, because the King of Cups, again, he is very mature with his emotions, but he's not overly expressive of them like, say, the Queen of Cups. You know, the Queen of Cups is all that emotion. She'll let you know how she's feeling, right? So a little bit more mature energy, which is good, but at the same time, I feel like with the forgiveness and the joy, what I'm getting is just opening up the heart chakra to really fully express love. So there is going to be happy moments. There's still going to be lessons to be learned here. We have the Heart of the Matter card. I just want to take a look. There is more going on than meets the eye. So yeah, I kind of feel like at times you're just because you have the King of Cups, and then you have the Nine of Wands. So the King of Cups kind of holds back the love, and the Nine of Wands kind of little kind of anxious, unaware of what's going on or what to say. Do I go forward? Do I not? So a little bit of anxiety type of feeling here. And I'm not trying to paint this picture of it's just going to be plain bad. No, it's not. But I'm trying to give you what I'm getting. Adaptivity, it's like learning to adapt to a different personality, to learning how to deal with this person. So it's really going to be up to you guys whether or not this is something that you want to stay in. But we'll take a look in a second as far as, is this connection, is this relationship, is it going to last? Is it going to? I kind of get the vibe where this is more of, you know, kind of more of an innocent. I don't feel like going into it, this person is just going to be so awful that you're going to hate them or anything. No, I feel like this person is going to be warm and loving and caring and nurturing towards you. But at the same time, I feel like they may hold back their emotions from you, and it's like, or you're not really sure how they feel. So, you know, you're very cautious. I feel like you guys are very aware of the other person, very sensitive to what they're thinking or feeling, and you're just kind of like, don't want to push their buttons. And again, with the Justice, there's that lack of balance and needing to bring it down. So ultimately, I mean, if this relationship, even before I get to the cards, I'm going to shuffle in a second, but if both of you really do want this relationship to work, I just feel like there's a little bit more healing that needs to be done in this connection. And so that you guys open up that heart chakra, so that you guys are both more grounded. Maybe even the sacral chakra is part of it. That's what I'm getting to. That to be able to be comfortable, you know, to express yourselves and be able to not worry. There's just, I mean, I know with some, the Ten of Swords is good. But come on, you guys. There's 10 swords and that person's back and they're just laying there. And it's kind of like, okay, this is how I'm seeing it. And I don't mean to be funny and like, or to be insensitive, but kind of what I'm getting with it is kind of like if you're playing a video game and you're just kind of like you're killed in the video game, and that's like the person laying there, and then you're just waiting to regenerate. So it is kind of going back with the cycles, because it's about transformation, it's about growing and learning more, but it's tiring at the same time. So it's gonna depend up to you guys. But let's take a look to see, is this relationship gonna last? Is this relationship gonna last for pile 4? Let's take a look. I think one came over. So yeah, we have the 5 of Staffs. So I feel like there is gonna be some disagreements. A lot of it has to do, depending on what each other's love language is. One person may feel left out, one may not feel as loved as the other. If one is more giving than the other, there's that imbalance. And I cannot tell you how many times, and I'm not trying to call anybody out or anything, but in my personal readings and when I do the advice cards, that giving and receiving card comes out so much. And I've gotten it too, so I'm just as guilty. I'm not going to say that I'm not. I am guilty of it too in a relationship. And a little bit of it might be that codependent kind of energy, you know, if I'm being honest with it. So yeah, it has to be fair. It has to be equal give and take. The more equal give and take, the better it is for both of you. But at the same time, the more whole you guys are on your own, it just benefits the relationship. That's really what it comes down to. So I know it's always like, oh, you have to heal, and it's not like you're not worthy of a relationship if you don't heal. But if you heal, you are more matured. You are more aware of your emotions, your triggers, and how to respond in a relationship so that you don't push the other person away, so you guys know how to handle situations where you do disagree, so it doesn't cause a separation, where you guys can come together, communicate, talk like adults, and not throw, you know, tantrums, is what it is. It's not where you're not worthy of love if you don't heal. But there is a difference between a person who hasn't healed and is hurt and a person who has healed. Because if that hurt person doesn't heal, of course it cuts out on me. If that hurt person doesn't heal, so when they get triggered by this other person, they are gonna go all out and handle it however they would if it's like their inner child comes out. That's really what it is, and that's why that inner child is like, that's the type of reaction that you would have maybe when you were a child. That's how you dealt with pain. That's how you dealt with anger. That's how you dealt with frustration. That's why you react like, you know, when people say, oh, you're acting like a 5-year-old, it's really their inner child that's coming out, and that's where the difference is. So no, I feel like people have really twisted some of the things that tarot readers say, or that what, you know, the spiritual side of people are saying, like, oh, you know, you're telling me I have to heal to be worthy of love. No, you don't have to heal to be worthy of love. You are worthy of love. But there is a huge difference in how you deal with relationships and love for yourself and your self-respect when it comes to relationships. So that's the difference, you guys. So just take that, because I saw that and I'm like, dude, you're not getting it. You're not getting what we're trying to say. It's not to say you're not. Everyone is worthy of love. Everyone is worthy of happiness, you know. And that's why I said in the beginning, and if you guys saw it, I want nothing but the best for you guys. I wish you guys all the best. And that's why I do this, because I want to give you guys some kind of insight to keep you going, to keep inspiring you to move forward, you know. So that's why I do it, and that's why we say the healing is needed to elevate your consciousness, to elevate your vibration. In the end, it benefits you, but then it benefits everyone else, because there's less negativity. You know how to deal with certain things. So just take that for thought. If you know, if you were in that mindset like, oh, well, I'm not worthy of love if I don't heal. No, it's just there's a more mature approach to love and handling it, because you don't feel this need to react in such a negative way, you know. So going back to the cards, I know, I'm sorry. I just want to get that out there for some of you, and maybe it's some of you needed to hear that, you know. It always works out a certain way. But with the 5 of Staffs, it's not the best. The 5 of Staffs there is going to be disagreements and arguments, and that makes sense. That goes along with the 10 of Swords and the 9 of Wands, so it shouldn't be too much of a surprise. We do have the Page of Staffs, so I do feel there is a more kind of inexperienced, a little bit more younger energy with this connection. So it is possibly for some, you still have a little bit more to go through with the relationship. I don't want to make it sound a certain way, you guys. I'm not trying to offend you guys at all. I just feel like it's more where there's more to be learned. That's really what it is, okay, when it comes to love and relationships. And then we have the Ace of Staffs. So the Ace of Staffs, beautiful. I love seeing the aces that have come out during today's readings. And the Ace of Staffs is this new passionate beginning. So I feel like really it's going to be up to you guys. And I know I hate that because I don't like giving you guys what's at the bottom of the deck. Okay. And so we have the Knight of Pentacles. So if it is something that you do want this to last, it's going to take time, okay, to build. And it's going to be up to you whether or not you decide that do you want to keep learning and growing with this person. In the end, it's really going to be up to you. Is it where you're going to be patient enough to wait to have this relationship last and, you know, keep moving forward? I feel like this can be a very transformative type of relationship, and you are going to be learning lessons. You guys are going to be going through cycles. A lot of passion, a lot of desire, there's joy. I feel like once you guys get out of this, because I feel like this is kind of what's hurting it, and really the balance, the King of Cups, I feel like that's going to be part of what makes the relationship what it is. That's not how I want to say it though. Give me a second. It's like those qualities is what's going to affect the relationship, really, because if you're not feeling the love and appreciation, neither one of you, if one of you holds back your affections, one of you holds back, you know, saying that you care about them, that you love them, and if there's not a balance where both of you are equal give and take, and then, you know, one of you's walking on eggshells because they're afraid you're going to piss them off, and it's a learning experience. But ultimately, does this have the possibility of turning into something more serious and committed? Of course, it does. But it is going to be up to you guys whether or not you do. But again, bottom of the deck, it is going to take some time, and it's not going to be where you're just going to get your happily ever after kind of thing. But no relationship is like that. If we're all honest about everything, that's not how it works out. And this is just one of those relationships you are going to have to put in a little bit more effort. But I feel like because it's the energy of both of you just needing to learn a little bit more, and that's all it is, you guys. That's all it is. So really, it's going to be up to you guys once you are in the relationship, whether or not you decide it's worth it, and whether or not you want to keep, you know, going through the cycles and moving and learning with this person, and if it's where you want to stay. And if you do, then great, you can, you know, and if you don't, then that's fine too. That's entirely up to you. You guys are going to know. You guys are going to have, you have that free will. So this is just the energy that I'm picking up on right now for this relationship. But ultimately what I'm getting from Spirit, it's like, yeah, there's going to be some rough times, but of course that's going to be expected in any relationship, no matter what. You can't avoid it. Be nice, but you can't, you know, it's just how it is. So that's what I have for you, Pile 4. So I hope that added on to yesterday's and maybe give a little bit more information. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. I know I did have a viewer request, and so I'm possibly going to be doing that next. I actually have 2 viewer requests, and I know I haven't done hers yet, and we'll see. We'll see which one I'm going to do, because these have been a little bit crazy. It's so crazy. But that's where I leave you guys. So hopefully this resonates or makes sense to you guys. If you liked it, like it, share, comment, whatever, you know. Don't have to. But if you want to subscribe to my channel, if you're not subscribed, and just remember to click on that bell icon if you do, so you get notified when I post another pick a card readings. But that's what I have for you, Pile 4. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm very grateful to be able to read for you guys, and hope to see you on the next one. Bye.